Hey gang, are you here to learn about some awesome hi-fi, high-tech devices? Well then you should come back another day.
He got into vintage audio a year ago, but there's a lot of things he still doesn't know, so he started up a channel on YouTube, and here he is now, the Vintage Newbie.
Still here? Great. Welcome back. Welcome aboard. Welcome Santa Claus. I don't know what I was going to say. So I just said Santa Claus because it's kind of Christmas time almost. And boy, did I get some presents recently. So let's get right into it, okay? The first is a Radio Shack realistic product. Similar to this tape deck that I talked about, I don't know, a couple of months ago, a couple of weeks ago. Who knows? And all the fun and flurry, I've just kind of lost track of time. Let's see if I can pull it out and show it to you, though. Okay. Don't remember how long these cords are. Maybe they're not long enough for me to do this. Or maybe some of them kind of are. Remember this? The SCT-25, which is pretty much my primary tape deck in this whole system. Aside from that Sound Design TX0868, I think the model number is. And what I'm going to show you today kind of looks like this one. It's this. Yeah, so that SCT-25 in the video for it, I said how it looked kind of like one of those dictation microphones or dictation tape recorders. Don't worry, I'll edit that out. Dictation tape recorders from days of old. Kind of like this. A dictation tape recorder from days of old. But not so days of old, but designed like the ones from days of old. Because this one is in fact, according to this little instruction book, from the year of our Lord 2012. I've seen others that went as far back as 2009, so I'm not sure of the exact production of this because surprisingly there was not an entry for this device on Hi-Fi Engine, which is a place that will give you a lot of information on vintage stereo equipment. But this is the realistic CTR, I think. Yeah, CTR 121. What does the CTR stand for? Cassette tape recorder, maybe? They kind of do things like that, like the SCT is a stereo cassette tape. Maybe that stands for. Oh wait, no, the SCT, yeah. And then there's the SCP, which is stereo cassette personal. Maybe I just make those things up. Like the STA90 is a stereo tuner amplifier. That actually makes sense because it's a tuner and an amplifier in one. But we've already discussed all of those devices. We're going to discuss this one. And hopefully this one will not disgust me or you. I picked this up last week while driving past an estate sale with my daughter after picking her up from school, and we went in and she said, "Oh look, a tape recorder." But it wasn't just sitting out like this all willy and nilly. Oh no, my friends, it was sitting in a box. It's got an original box. Yay. And inside the box, like I showed you, there's paperwork there's manuals. Or manuals, depending on how you choose to pronounce it. Right or wrong. So boxes are neat. And they add to the value of the device, too. Minty fresh. So yeah, this is a dictation recorder. I didn't really read all the manual stuff because reading's for sissies and I'm a real man. Real illiterate. My glasses ain't even reading glasses. These looking glasses. Now this thing has a neat little feature. Vox. Which whenever you set the switch to it, it'll only record whenever it hears noises. So when you push the record and play button down, the spindles won't move until it picks up a sound. Let's give it a little demonstration. Oh, well, the spindles are moving, so that's not really working. Oh well, let's see how it sounds. Oh, well, the spindles are moving, so that's not really working. Oh well, let's see how it sounds. Yeah, so the Vox thing didn't work because it's got a switch right there that allows you to switch it on and off. There's other inputs there too. There's your tone input. So you could have tone to it. Get you nice and tight. There's the volumeter to get your volume low, to get your volume high. There's a mic input. So we're going to plug a microphone into it and see how it fucking sounds. There's an aux jack, which I guess if you want to plug your stereo into this to listen to this awesome speaker, single speaker, then there's a little DC plug there. Or is that the AC plug? I don't know. Yeah, it's a DC plug. Then there's your regular plug there. But this is on batteries. For any Neurosis fans out there. Alright, let's plug this thing into the mic and see how it sounds. So now that we've got the mic plugged in, we're going to see how it sounds. Ooh, and one of the features that most tape decks have, you know, is like a little counter so you can rewind back to the point where you need it to. And this one does not have that. I've seen other earlier models in my brief internet search that showed a counter on there, but not this one. I guess this one went the way of the actual working Vox control. Anywho, let's see how it sounds. Wait, what? So now that we've got the mic plugged in, we're gonna see how it sounds. Not too shabby. Let's see if there's a difference between this mic and the built-in condenser mic. So let's see if there's a difference between this external mic and the condenser mic that's built into it. So let's see if there's a difference between this external mic and the condenser mic that's built into it. Alright, external mic sounds louder, but a bit fuzzier. Whereas the built-in condenser microphone sounds clearer, but the volume's a little bit lower. It just has this one speaker, which means this is in mono sound. Why would that matter? Well, because if you got the idea in your head to plug this into your stereo receiver, like say you had one of those cables like I've got around here somewhere. There it is. Where you hook one end into the thingy and the other two into the back of your receiver. Well then, any music that you play out of this will come out of one speaker. Why? Because this is monaural nucleosis. It only comes out of one channel. Now there is a little thing that you can get that's an adapter that'll plug into here and then plug into there. That kind of looks like one of these types of things, but with a smaller one. And you know, so this thing would plug in there, and then this would plug into there, and it goes from mono to stereo. What's it look like? This. Wasn't that fantastic? But how does it sound with music? Let's see. Take this tape out. There's one I was talking on. Remember that? Wasn't that an exciting time in our lives? Folks. So here we go. Let's play some music.
It holds the key between you and every mental state. It memorized and humanized everyone you.
But that's because it's just a little minor speaker, yeah. So, what do you expect? It's a newer-ish type recorder based on the older recorders that I remember being around when I was a kid in the 80s and a teen in the 90s. This thing runs on batteries, 4 of them, C-sized. Which is kind of a lot for a newer device, but tough shit. Tell Radio Shack, but you can't because they're not really in business anymore. So that concludes my thing on this. I don't know. It was like $4 or $5 on an estate sale. So yeah, I know I probably don't need it because it's not like I'm gonna be dictating depositions from attorney clients or insurance claims or anything like that. But if I ever do decide to just be a lawyer or an insurance claims adjuster, I'll have a handy dandy dictation device, or maybe a court reporter. Do they use that? Or you just walk down the street looking cool. Or I can face it out and let the whole world experience the awesomeness of Mr. Flies. Go out and get the album. It's available on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Unlimited. Maybe Amazon Limited too. Who knows? So that concludes it for this beast right here, piece of hi-fi tech. The other one, ooh, I recently picked this up at a thrift store. It's this giant blue boombox. Oh, look how big that thing is. Just kidding. Look how tiny this is. This is made by who the hell knows, because there's no markings on it at all, not even a little. It's got these 2 little speakers Do they sound good? I mean, Minima 7s are good speakers and they're tiny. Bose, which is debatable depending on how much of an audiophile you are, because if you're a big-time audiophile, it's not cool to like Bose. But if you're just a regular person with, I don't know, regular hearing and you think that stuff sounds good, then Bose are good speakers, and don't be like an audio prick about it. Well, I'm here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, these are nothing like Bose. So yeah, man, I guess this was kind of the wrong Collective Soul song to play, because it would be a really good part for the girl. But, so, if your Barbies ever need a radio, this is perfect. If you lose your pinky and your thumb, and you're like, I'm not going to be able to carry around a portable radio, well, guess again. This thing's got finger holes for 3. Monkeys can hold this. But give a monkey a radio and it'll lead to revolution. I think that was a deleted scene in one of the James Franco 8 movies. It also makes a shitty gun. Pew, pew. Or the world's worst transformer. But it's got a little tuner knob, but I'm not going to mess with it because I found like one of the only stations that it actually picks up. So if you see one of these in your local thrift store for only $1, get it, and you'll have a piece of something to put on top of your stereo in case one of your other pieces break, because, you know, a lot of these things are pushing 50 years old, 50 years of age. So you're going to need the new young guns to take over, like the whatever brand it is, probably a promotion for some corporate picnic radio. But if you don't want to listen to radios, you want to listen to tapes, then you can get the STR. Is that what it was? Fucking no. CTR 121. So that means there were 120 other models made before this. That's not what that means. And look. Looks like a smile. I'm on Mystery Science Theater 3000. For a 20-year-old reference. So thanks for sticking around for these quality pieces of high fidelity stereo equipment. I think this might be the last piece of realistic gear. Oh wait, I got some speakers too. We have to get to speakers here. So that's what we'll do. Maybe next time. Or maybe we'll keep with some portable audio devices. Because I got a couple of boom boxes I want to show you. And you, and you, and you, and you. Not you. You're cool. Fuck you. I'm out. Have a blessed day.